Jack out. Where has Ian found that move from? Oh my word.
How do you like them apples?
I've waited all day for something and it's just happened. Oh my word. Ian. Do you know what? I'd be sat at the table. If I was sat at the table there and Ian said to me I didn't have aces there, I would have had a lot of money with him that he had aces in that spot. A lot of money, but wow, wow, fair play to the man.
A 6-bet rip. Well. Mitch with the boots. Do we always raise aces? Can you deceptively play aces in a cash game?
Yeah, you can. So I think we're going to almost always 3-bet like, but versus 4-bets we're going to have some flats. But in this situation, especially versus Jamie, big blind versus Jamie straddle. Yeah, so Jamie's in the Jamie's in 25 here, so no straddle. So does have position here. And like I said before, look out for the dynamic between Mitch and Jamie, because I'm sure that they've played countless hands together in a live cash game setting over the years. So there's going to be that dynamic factor there, and I'm sure we may see some levelling wars and might even see Jamie get involved here, Tower, because of that, and he's happy to pill with position. It's a lovely spot here. Mitch, literally 1.4 SPR, we've got aces. So just 2 bets and we can get all our money in, and this is just the perfect flop to just go bet shove. We're just going to shove on the turns, maybe not a queen, but small bet here, shove turn, what I expect to see Tower, and I think Jamie will pill one with his gut shot on overcard, depending on size Mitch chooses. 550, nice sizing, 25%, like it a lot, just to set up a very nice turn shove with the SPR we're going to be working with on turn if Jamie does make the call. And Jamie getting just sub 5 to 1 here with the King 10, can't see him folding with his gut shot and his overcard with position, so happy to make the call and take some turns.
3k in the pot, King of Hearts on the turn, dangerous card for Jamie as well.
Yeah, so now like 2/3 pot Towers, so should just be going in from Mitch here because of the stack size in question. Like if we were deeper, we'll mix some checks in some of the time with the aces here, but because of particular stack size, we go that small size
all in
to shove this turn. Now Jamie in a bit of a predicament here with the King 10.
Unbelievable! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just been checking the app and I don't believe it. Do you believe it? Do you believe it?
I don't believe it.
Do you believe it? Today's runners, 300. 300 today. In 2019, the GUKPT Manchester had 317 runners in total.
Statman Tower there with all the facts.
Unbelievable, tackers. Well done everybody, well done staff, well done floor staff, well done dealers, well done the pit, whatever, everybody. It's been amazing. 486 runners in total. There's a turbo going on, there's day 2 buy-ins to incorporate in that. Amazing. Oh my days. Just 300 today.
What an effort.
Who have we got? Come on, tell everybody who we've got for the last 2 hours.
Featured table in 1, Stuart Rotter. In 2, Anthony Sutcliffe. In 3, Archie Seaton. In 4, Giulio Mascolo. In 5, Francis Oberdan, chip leader, 170k. In 6 is Ben Windsor, 7 Ryan Mandara, 8 Mark Baxter, and in 9 is Neville Betty.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everybody on YouTube that we had to restart because of recording laws. That's why the numbers dropped so much. So everybody hopefully on YouTube will find the new link, and obviously they can't hear this if they're watching the old link because they won't be on the new link, and that means they're not there.
Do you know what, the old link on my laptop, I sat back down 10 minutes, left the break, I've refreshed on YouTube, and the video that come up was 2014 Manchester bubble burst, and it was Ian Simpson on the bubble busting someone.
Was it?
And he had a whole head of hair. He had a whole head of hair, Ian.
Oh my days. Well, Ian's had to head home, which is why he's not playing today. Wife is not too well. So, Ian, if you're watching the live stream, hope everything is good and everybody is. I think the old COVID has struck somewhere in the family, so he's had to depart. But yeah, sorry about the forgetting to tell everybody in the YouTube that you need to refresh and have a new table.
Yeah, good table.
It is indeed. Hi!
Yeah, that might be me.
Oh my days, who's ordered food without me? I'm not having it. What is it? I've got a grapefruit. What have they got? Look, I've got a grapefruit. That's me. Look, I've got a... Look, Tower has got a grapefruit. Jay...
No, don't show that.
Alright,
I've got a salad, guys. I've got a nice, healthy salad.
Said nobody ever. I speak he ordered as well.
I'm guessing
unbelievable.
Yes.
Go and have your supper, son.
I will. I'll be
Go
back in 10 minutes, guys.
Right. You can leave it here. Alright, no. Didn't trust me with it. What's that? That's a lovely salad. Unbelievable. So I think
1600.
So yeah, the YouTubers will return very shortly for the last 2 levels. I know, could have done with one of them. He said he was ordering salad. I've got a good old grapefruit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm being healthy. Unbelievable, techers. Last session. Two hours to go. This should be an amazing session. Numbers are massive. 300 today. $300 today. It will be amazing. Queen 5-5-3 deuce. The ace 3 for Julio. He's a winning hand at this moment in time, and he bets 2.3. Can't see Mark coming in for a call. So last 2 hours, record numbers yet again. GUKPT just keeps on delivering. Amazing, amazing.
1700. Raise to 5,200.
All folding round in turn. Stu with 100k. Good start for Mr. Rutter, Coventry champion in 2012. 10 years ago this year. Coventry champion.
Raise to 1,800. Fold. Fold.
So Julia raising to 1.8 on the button. Defends in the big blind with King 8. Does Ben. Whiffs the flop.
Check. Check.
Doesn't whiff the turn. King diamonds on the turn for Ben Windsor in C6.
Check. Check.
Let's checkity check. Oh, two pair. Two pair, two pair, two pair. Both hit two pair on the river. This means Ben's getting paid. Yes, it's the backdoor flush draw, but I still think Ben's getting paid. Bet 3,000 on the river. Should just be a call. All day long, I think we're calling. Cannot think we're not. The only thing we could be doing is raising. Just a call, so Ben takes it. Bigger two pair. Cheap counts from the break. There's Francis, who is in our table right now, 170. Ronnie Towell, 160. James Baker on 140. Jay Digwer, Anthony Gardner, 115. The Murph, Andy Taylor on 110. Mad Turk, Mark Dyson, Ant Kennedy on 100. They're the big stacks with 2 levels to go tonight. How's the salad, Jay? Yes, he says, fingers up, thumbs up and everything. folding round in order. Big Blind not defending after Nev. Under the gun +1 raises up. What a day. Well done to the staff. Yes, the breaks have been longer, but when every table is on the go all day long, they need to empty the card room before they can start the break. Totally understand that. It has been amazing.
Race 1800. Fold.
King, sorry, 10-5 ace, ace queen 10-7. Julio takes the lead. Mark checks.
Fold.
Calls with middle pair. Francis calls with a wheel draw. And now it's a pair when he hits the 4 on the turn.
Bet.
This could easily go checked all the way around. Well, he's coming in for another, another bet on the turn. Julio. Francis gets a bit more equity but decides to fold. And Mark gets out of the way as well, both needing to hit.
Race 1800.
Mark in the small, puts in the triangle. Mark Baxter in C number 8 and will get it through. Don't think twos of Ben will be calling. Yeah, we fix them in the muck. Right, Kyles. Yeah, this is day 1B. Day 1C is currently going on. I think there was 50 in the turbo the last time we saw. Quickly check on the turbo. I don't think there was 50. 52 in the turbo. Price pool currently standing at £540,000. 300 exactly in the main event day 1B. Flight B exactly 300, bringing the total to 491. Day 2 buy-ins tomorrow, and then we'll have another record. Again, it's already massive, and it just gets bigger and bigger. Everybody thought last year can't be repeated at all. Nobody can travel anywhere, nobody can go anywhere, there's nothing else on. Last year won't get beaten. You can do more things in Britain, you can do more things in Europe, you can do more things in America, and still we beat it.
Feel like Popeye after all that healthy food.
Good lad. Good lad. A lot of spinach there, wasn't there?
Yeah. Plenty of onion.
So a bit of fuel for the last 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'll have me grapefruit, you're alright.
Do you know, I've never had a grapefruit in my life. Never had one.
Really?
No, never.
Oh. Interesting.
It just looks like a big orange.
It's yellow.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. Here we go, another wedding. Another wedding in the background.
It does sound like gunshots though, don't it? Like,
You never know, when I get outside, there might have 300 dead on the Downhill Road. No. No, it's definitely fireworks. You can hear the last session of the evening. How many will be left at the end of the night? The full chip count will take a while. You'll be straight back to the pit for the team tonight, that is for sure, finishing at 12:45. Good to have everybody on board. I know the YouTubers are slowly coming back. Totally forgot to tell everybody that they needed to refresh. It's slowly coming back.
some mark opening calf here, Queen on the clubs. Stu with the decision. Either flat or free bet this one. I think we're going to be free bet getting this in happily. Versus a 21 big blind effective stack. Free bet calling this off.
6,500.
Makes you 6.5.
Fold. The Queen nine of clubs. Fine to open here as a still. But it has to fold now once met with this free bet from Stu Rutter.
Fold. Fold.
Can I get a tea? Excuse me, can I get a tea?
Fold. Fold.
Tea.
Fold.
King Jack of Hearts for Stu. Lovely one to open on the button once folded to us. Anthony's out of the way with the Jack 5. Archie with the Jack 4 hits the muck.
Fold. 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 Fold.
Ryan out the way. Neville ace-3 of hearts. Should be happy to open this one once folded to us in the hijack.
1800.
Raises to 1.8. Julio in the big blind. 7-6. Should be defending this one, getting this price. Heads up coup, closing the action.
Eight to 10, 2 hearts.
So dummy and gutter for Julio. Neville flopping the nut flush draw. So either way here for Neville. Obviously we're going to bet more often than not, but can check this one back some of the time. Want to be able to have some flush draws that we check behind the times that the third heart does roll off. As I always say, mixing it up, making it difficult to play against. And then Neville here, dummy and gutter on this 2 heart board. Surprised if he continued. Lets it go. Oi, make the mod 2 nights running. Final table of the 33 PLO8 bounty.
That's impressive, young man. Well done. Good luck.
A little bit high-low.
Hey, Sean, man. Why only big city tournaments? Feels like the bread and butter for Grosvenor always misses out. Maybe switch venues now and then. The average poker player would love a good shot. It's a festival. It's a tour. It travels around all the towns and cities in the country. Blackpool's not a city.
And the thing is, Sean, we have to have a card room that can accommodate all the tables.
We've got 23 tables in operation right now.
Like
23.
We're not going to stick in a GUKPT in Great Yarmouth because there's only 3 tables that you can get in that card room, so it wouldn't work. We also need to have the space. The space is obviously key. And like we said, there's a new casino getting built at Southampton, is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Could potentially see one there in a few years.
Need to introduce a PLO, a high-low game into the tour. Yeah, I'd like the high-low. If it's a festival with more games in it, then I'd like the high-low. I'd play a bit of high-low. I used to play high-low limit on in Vegas on a regular basis. Make fortunes. Absolutely did. Pay for me holiday.
That is the nittiest game in all of poker.
That's why I play it.
Limit high-low.
Yeah. 4-8 limit high-low. That's what I used to play. Would you not advise? No.
It's just.
Yeah, this is 10 years ago, by the way.
Yeah.
We're talking 10 years ago. In fact, maybe 15. 2004. 5 and 6, that was it. No, a long time ago. When pot limit was a thing and no limit wasn't. The only no limit tournament in the entire world was the World Series. Yeah, it is a lot about the space, Sean, man. It really is.
Don't rule out GUKPT Great Yarmouth. Alternate list would be tasty. It would be queued down to Pleasure Beach, it would, Jim. So Archie takes that one, continuing on the Jack 8-5 board.
Dundee is bigger than Edinburgh and it's central. Well, like you're talking, we can always put it to the team, especially the people that decide where we're going for the GUKPTs, that is for sure. Jim always watches the streams. Dundee might be a shout, it's just everybody seems to love Edinburgh. I thought that was just a given, that we could end up in Edinburgh every year. Don't mind trying different venues at all, sure.
Is there a Dundee castle for me to go and visit when I'm there? Archie raising the pocket freeze, and Julio here, King 10 on the button, just chooses to get out of the way here versus cut off open. All three options, I guess, open there, 3-bet potential, flat potential. Just opted to let it go, and Ben will be 3-betting here though. Tower cut off, now the flat from Francis in the small blind. Ben wins up, probably going to bump this up somewhere around the 7-8k remit. What you expect to see sizing wise.
7,200.
Range is 7.2.
Now Francis probably is going to come along with this hand. I know Francis Tower, and I don't think he's the type to let Jack 10 suited go here. Francis has called.
6, 4, 3, 2 clubs. Flush draw for Francis. All the cards for Ben.
Not the best board here for Ben, not only in terms of range, but in terms of hand in this specific spot. Probably going to have more checks than bets. Does choose to fire up 5.5, and Francis just shots
all
away.
in. The lot.
Quick fold from Ben with the ace queen. Just shoving there, perfectly fine from Francis. Once we get to this spot with Jack 10 of clubs with the SPR in question, we can fold out all of Ben's ace highs, king highs, hands that have speed, and then obviously the times that we are up against an overpair, we have the equity of our flush to get there with 2 cards to come. We're never going to be in bad shape.
Maybe it's the crazy golf course that does it. There's a crazy golf course across from Blackpool as well. So maybe only hold the GUKPT where there's a crazy golf course. Straight across. I like it. I like it. There was one in Southend. I was champion at the Crazy Golf Club, the media championships. I was champion.
Shoot.
Aye. We need a Grosvenor in Milton Keynes, says Lemon. Asmus killed all the poker tournaments in the casino. That's a shame. That's a shame. Apparently there's a lot of roundabouts in Milton Keynes, and I've never been.
King Queen of Hearts for Mark. Opens under the gun, makes it 1.6 to go. Archie here with Ace Jack in the hijack. Makes a tight laid out. Nothing wrong with it. Haven't got any chips invested. Can't lose any chips if we fold. Ace Jack probably right on the line there versus under the gun. And he'll know Mark's going a lot better than me, assuming they've been playing together most of today. Could go either way there with the Ace Jack. I opted for the tight approach and just letting it go. Ace Jack 9 flop with a flop top 2. And Ben Windsor now hops out in front here with the suited wheel ace. However, this is a board Mark wants to be continuing. Ace high, good for our range. Equity to Broadway in terms of a 10. Fold out. Deuces for 8s. Some 9x are going to pass in this spot as well versus gun opening range. Ben has top pair. This is a hand that just can't fold. Happy to call and take the turn. Ryan easy fold with just king high. 10k in the middle. 9 of clubs on the turn. Ben's obviously checking, going to be playing flow, and probably a card Mark will take a free one off on. And Ben will have some flushes here, he'll have some 9x potentially. And it's just the card that's a lot better for Ben than it is for Mark. And 5 hearts on the river, and once more expect Ben to check. May choose to lead really small, but it's a spot where we need to understand that Mark would still have ace king, ace queen, even ace 10 in his check range on the turn. Shakes his head, turns over the king high, and Ben's going to take this one.
Anthony with ace 3, raising to 1.6. We get called. Queen 5-2. Francis takes the lead.
And we're happy to continue here with backdoor hearts and wheel draw. Overcard as well.
Three of clubs turn.
We're picking up a pair. We're happy to check this over to Francis, who's probably happy to start firing.
3K.
Francis is a tricky opponent, more than capable of owning a little float here, but does have it on this occasion, and Anthony making a good laid out.
Are there any satellites for Goliath? Say Briabas. Every night online, the value is massive at this moment in time because people think it's too early to satellite in. There are satellites every single night on Grosvenor Poker, and there will be, we reckon, 2,000 tickets given in for Goliath.
2,000
by the time we get to Goliath. So yeah, every night, check them out. Some great value there. Quite a few people already posting that they've already got seats for Goliath and want more because they're going to fire numerous bullets when we get there.
We've got the schedule up.
We have.
Yeah, we'll put it up after this hand for you. Yeah, we'll throw
Are you playing inside events, Cara?
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
Good on you.
Don't think Tao's ever going to retire from this job. Not all the free donuts and sweets we get. As he's actually digging into
A grapefruit.
a grapefruit.
Which you've never eaten before in your life.
Let's try it.
Don't just eat it.
What? It's a bit bitter.
It's your first time you've eaten grapefruit. I'll try a bit more.
That's enough for me, I think. It's too
lemony.
Yeah, lemonade.
Is it really big?
Yeah.
Grapefruity. Unbelievable. First time trying a grapefruit in his entire life. Yeah, you can definitely win more than one. If you want to bottle up about 10 vines, say Briabas, get in. Thank you.
Fold. Fold.
Save them for next year. You can sell them, you can pass them on to friends, or you can save them for next year.
Line out of diamonds for Francis raises to 1.8 in the low jack, and Ben here, King 7 of hearts versus this opponent might be thinking about a light free bet. And that's exactly what he's going to do. King blocker in there, we're suited, and Francis'
Raise to 5,000.
opening range is going to be very wide. Just knowing our opponent here, that's what this is from Ben. And Ryan with Ace King loves to see this action in front of him. And Ryan just moves a length for 40 big blinds, perfectly fine over this action. Like, we've got a 4-bet to a size which is more than half our stack, so no way! And Neville's got kings in the small blind. Oh, Ryan's just run into it here. I'm not going to love that cold call,
Absolutely
Ryan. He's
not.
just hoping that he's flipping. In this scenario, he's not going to need an ace. They are all still in the deck. None have hit the muck yet.
An ace from space would be good for Ryan Mandara. Big double up on its way for Neville at this moment in time.
More than double as well.
Oh, the king of diamonds as well. You don't need to see that.
Yeah, just 2 outs now for Ryan with the ace, and then another 3 with the offsuit queen, so 5 outs in total. Nothing changing on the turn. You're going to need an offsuit queen or ace to survive.
I think he's got more chips.
That's a 6 of clubs.
He might have
yeah,
about
he's got,
5
yeah, he's got fumes back, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Neville doubling up, and Ryan left with what looks like 6 big blinds. Is 6 big blinds, 5.1k. And this is the schedule for Goliath. There it is. Thursday is when we'll get there. That's the day that we're setting up. I say that lightly before. It's the day we set up, isn't it?
The royal we.
Oh.
When do you start?
Yeah.
Lovely. Aches and pains of all poker players. Love it. Day 3 he'll be booking you in. Check all the dates there for Goliath. They are there. There's some great events.
You can play this one, Cara, on Thursday the 1st of September, staff comp.
The staff comp for 50 quid.
Get yourself in.
Staff comp 50 quid. That's on the Thursday. Plenty of events there to get your teeth into. It's online, it's on the app. Check all the details for Goliath and make sure you start qualifying on Grosvenor Poker, because the value at this moment in time is incredible. I love bounty. I like coconut.
Technically, the Joker's Wild's a bit of a bounty, isn't it? Special guest bounty.
There used to be a prize of a bounty when you had the Joker's Wild.
Yeah.
Why is towering drag? Why is towering drag?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh my days.
That's as good as the bounty story, that is. That's,
Yes.
yeah. For those that don't know, told it a few times. So, last Goliath we was at, Joker's Wild. Obviously prizes, tickets, and then there's one booby prize, the bounty bar. So someone come in and left the bounty bar in the back while we were doing the commentating. Someone got knocked out, and the person that won the prize, they open their envelope, they win the bounty bar. So they go back, come and collect their prize, the bounty bar in the back. There's just the bounty wrapper, the bar's gone. Tower's eating it. Tower's eating their prize.
It was nice.
Didn't even get his bounty.
I had to go and present an empty wrapper as well.
We're going to hop back into the action because we've got a hand brew in here. Julio with ace king raises to 1.8 under the gun. Pill from the king jack in the small blind. See the 9-5 deuce 2-heart board. Check through 3 of hearts on the turn. So Anthony does have the king of hearts here. And Julio with the other heart check. Queen of spades on the end, so if this does get to showdown, it's going to go the way of Julio. And no need to bet here now, Julio. We will beat some hands with our ace high. Just going to be checking this one. Not much merit in firing here with the ace king.
Be honest, did someone eat the bounty ones without giving it out?
And you know what? I only just noticed behind us, up there, 5 diamonds.
Sean Hayden's in the building.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't put it there. I didn't put it there. So we got about an hour and a half left of today, everyone. It's been a good day. It's been enjoyable. It's gone fairly quickly, but obviously the main talking point is the turnout. Over 300 entries now for a single flight of a GUKPT outside of London. It's just unheard of, and still the support we're getting on these tours are just incredible at the moment, and great to see so many faces, regulars, elite players, just lots of people turning out for this one, and it's going to be a juicy prize up top come Sunday. Looking forward to getting the confirmed prize pool tomorrow, seeing what we're playing for.
Only 25%.
Yeah.
Only 25% up top. I don't know why, but people think that's top heavy. I think it's perfect.
So we've got Mark here with the A6 of diamonds, shoving over Francis under the gun open. Francis with the 7-8 off here, and Mark is going to run into it because Archie with the ace king in the small blind, 45 bigs, just happy to ISO here, and we go fold from Francis and a quick call. Should go fold from Francis. Cards on the back. And Mark needing help. 6 to find, or some diamonds. Goliath is in Coventry, Raj, to answer your question. And there's the 6, and not one but 2 of them, flopping his opponent dead to running kings. And that is the only way out of this one. Running 7s would chop it. Or running aces would also chop it. So he's king.
How does it come in? He's king as well. That's unbelievable.
Oh, unfortunate there for Archie. Couldn't find the hold, and the A6 of diamonds gets the double. Spray Bash, you wouldn't get those numbers if the tour wasn't amazingly run. Yeah, it's like the work that the dealers, the floor staff, all the valets put in. It's just they're on their feet all day, especially a day like today when it's just packed in the card room and so much work goes into it. Everyone working. Basically 12-hour days at the very least. Just to put these on for you guys. Stu Rutter, King 9 in the hijack, opens. Anthony shoves over the open here for 22 big blinds, perfectly fine. 23 to be precise. Julio got forward fours. Stuart folded king 9 pretty promptly.
$180,000 chip leader Francis, one of the chip leaders in the room. Was chip leader at the break. Last 2 levels of the day. Numbers incredible. And day 2 buy-ins to come. Just wow. Really close to £550,000 in the prize pool. If not more. It will be some happy person winning the event on Sunday night.
Rick Trigg, I think, still in the field. I haven't heard any news on him busting yet, so I'm guessing he's still in the mix. Was last year's champion. Managed to scoop £134,000 and some change, beating raggy James Clark heads up. Yanis Liparis third in that one. Terry Jordan was on the final table as well. Jack Oliver running deep as well, another notable name last year in this event.
1700.
Cheers, Sabre Abbas. Off to bed. If you want to watch the last hour, you can via YouTube and Twitch tomorrow. If you flick it on, it will be there. If not, we'll see you for day 2 tomorrow, 12:30, on the live stream. A full 12 hours of live streaming from us.
Thanks, Sabre Abbas.
Next few words.
Another giveaway tomorrow, so if you missed out on the tickets today, we'll be giving away some more tomorrow on the Saturday.
It won't be the card game.
It will not. I'm going to find something else. I'm going to have a little rack of the brains tonight and try and put something fun on for you guys, but it doesn't take too
I
much
think I've got one.
away from the action. Go on.
Official numbers tomorrow morning. How many will be left at dinner?
Yeah. That would have to be a Twitter one though. We'd have to get them all to tweet the answers in so we can, rather than writing them all down, we can just scroll down and see. Could do a little Twitter comp tomorrow. That could be the way forward, Tal. I like it.
We'll have to see what your contacts can do. If people don't have Twitter, then we might have to give another token away.
I'm sure I can wangle it.
Clocks go forward this weekend. No way. We lose out on sleep as well.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's a bad beat in itself.
Is that on Saturday night or
Saturday
Sunday?
night, the clocks go forward. We lose an hour.
And then we've got to be in for the
Then
Sunday.
we've got to get up for Sunday on my days.
Who's done that?
Who's just done that, Dave? Oh my. Clocks go forward. Totally forgot about that. But you know what that means? Golf season starts on Monday.
Huh? There you go.
Start handing your cards back in on Monday. Totally forgot about that. British summertime starts. Oh my days, we lose out on everything us. We don't get ice creams, we don't get cornettos. We lose out on sleep. God,
That's the worst one.
dear me.
Archie and the hijack, King Queen of Diamonds.
1600.
Easy open for him, makes it 1.6. And Julio here with the Ace Queen. Expect to see a free bet here with these stack sizes in question. Going to be one of them situations where we're going to have so many more free bets in this spot. Hijack versus cut-off than flats. A small percentage of the time might choose the flat, and looks like that is what he's going to do on this occasion. I guess this could be a reason to flat actually. If Francis is behind us and Francis is a player that's going to squeeze more than most, then potentially I like flatting more than free betting. If that was the thought process of Julio, maybe thought Francis might go after it here. And do you know what now, Tower? I'm probably going to rip as Julio. We've got 13k dead in the middle, 16 big blinds in there dead. We've got 40 plus bigs, but like Francis is a wild card. He can have a whole host here in this free bet spot, cut off versus hijack versus button. So I'd love to see a jam here from Julio. I doubt he's going to actually take the spot. But the thing is, Archie, like how quick he called, he'd at least think about floor betting a hand bet on ace queen. So I'd love to see Julio take it. Whether he does or not, that's a different question. But really would like to see a shove here. It's hard to put all the chips in when you've got 40 bigs, but there it is. Well played, sir. Very well played. And if he flattered because of Francis on his left, then fair play to the man. He's literally played this to perfection. And Archie can't call off this amount of big blinds with the king, queen of diamonds, no matter how pretty it looks. I watched that Helmu fan Span put in the chat. That was strange, wasn't it? That's unlike Phil.
The old Queen 4.
Yeah, the Queen 4. Yeah, watched it on the break. What class act Foxen is though in that part. I don't know if anyone clicked the link Spam put in there before the last break, but Foxen just a class act. Like didn't even make an expression with his face when the cards would turn over. Didn't even act when the Queen come. Just sat there quietly, took it on the chin, and moved on. If it was the other way around, can you imagine if Phil had the 9s and Foxen had the Queen 4? Could you imagine the fireworks going off in that Poker Go studio?
Absolutely.
Archie, pocket 5s, raises to 1.7. Ryan's all in
3,500.
with his fumes with the 4s, and he's going to get bad news. He's in a dominated spot. Going to need to find a 4. I'm guessing one's in the muck, considering we're sitting here with 13% equity pre.
4, 6, 7.
No out for the 4s at the moment.
No runners either, so
No,
just a 4.
A 4.
Running Queen 10, I guess, for a chop. But 4 is the requisite now on the river. Otherwise, we're going to lose Ryan Mandara. The 9th level of the day. It's a king.
Unlucky Ryan. He is king.
Where's the one? Speaking of ice cream, some cornettos.
Oh, no way.
Half hour ago that was Tara, and we haven't even got a look in. Forget about the poor old commentators.
Can't believe it. Not once. Not once. Just not once.
Asifa says, do you think Helmuth's outbursts are an act? It's so funny how he name drops in the interview. I don't think that he genuinely looks hurt in them situations. Like he's one hell of an actor if it is an act. I think he's genuinely just lets the emotion get the better of him in them spots. I honestly don't think he would have been able to put on that good of a show for all these years. I genuinely think it's just how he is. I think he loves the game that much that he lets it get to him. He wants to be the best. Yeah, I watched all the PLO FT Asifo. Literally watched the whole thing now, and some of the pots like the Chino, the 8844 call, and then the hand when Hal Futh eventually busted against Jack 9-7, all off suit when he flopped the straight. And it's a great watch. It's great entertainment. If there's one factor that we can agree on, it is entertaining. It is entertaining to watch. Jack open from Francis, raises to 1.8, and Mark calls in the small one with the King Jack, and Neville defending the 6-3 and flopping top and bottom. Lovely flop here for Neville, and Francis up and down himself, one end to the nuts.
That's 2,500.
Francis continuing for 2.5 into 6.2. So 40% sizing here from Francis, and then Neville here could potentially start raising this one now. There's plenty of cards that could kill our action potentially. Any 5, any 7 in the deuce, potentially a diamond as well. So we can credibly rep bluffs here out of the big blind, some random 5x, some diamond draws, even maybe a hand like Jack 7 of hearts with a gut shot and some backdoors in there. So these are the really good spots to start raising for value when you do have your value hand, when you can credibly represent a lot of bluffs as well, and it just makes it difficult for your opponent, and you can put them in some dicey spots. But Francis, with his up and down, not going anywhere here, and does turn a pair on his 5 of diamonds turn. Might slow things down now for Neville. Like you would usually say, we have more 7x here than Francis, but the way Francis plays, if he's opening 8-5 off, I guess he's opening 7-3 suited through to 7-6 suited, so he could have just as many 7s as us. But Neville firing on the turn, and a quick fold from Francis, not getting sticky.
Neville's come to the table in 7. 7!
You can dance!
You can dance! You can dance! You can dance! You can dance!
He really needs to learn the next lyric tower. Someone needs to buy that man a karaoke machine for his birthday. The Mad Turk comes to join us for the final hour of the day. Lines going up in just under 5 minutes time, and that will take us into the final level.
And only a tiny percentage make it bigger. If you don't make it big, then you don't like it.
I mean, I remember in the youth team.
Here he is, the Mad Turk himself, Yusel Eminoglu.
15% of these youth players are making the professional players. 65%.
How did he do in the EPT? I don't actually know. I don't actually know.
No, actually not.
Yeah, one cash, which was in the main event.
74th.
12,350 euros.
But we live near the
Cash in the
main.
The big one was second in December in the grand final
We got a little son and he's probably going
for
to
183,000.
But not if I say, yeah, well, he's 3, well, nearly 3 now, so yeah. Not so much pay anymore. But yeah, that's happened since I last saw you.
500, 1,000.
So the last level of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is just about to start being dealt. One more 60-minute level to go.
No, I always get all the texts. Yeah. Is that still going? No, it's not. Right, yeah. It was too much faster. It's going to be a lot faster, especially collecting money and everything. So every that bit, I'm a bit too soft sometimes.
Last level just started.
Credit.
Live stream finishes in 60 minutes time. Thanks for sticking with us, ladies and gents. What a day it has been. Is it time for a tea run?
Yeah, I think it could be.
Is it? Shall I get you your trophy?
Yeah, I'll have me trophy, please. I tell you what, second one today. He's good, this man. He does look after me. Keeps the vocal cords moist. Lots of tea. So the Mad Turk, King 3 of clubs, raises to 2.4. Betting the open from the Mad Turk, and just a quick fold from the Mad Turk. Ace Queen for Julio under the gun. Raises to 2K. First hand of the final level. Here he comes.
Here he is. T-Boy's back.
Thank you.
Ace 3, 9 all hearts.
A lovely flop for Julio here with the Ace
Top
Queen.
redraw as well.
Potential check candidate versus a big blind defender. Obviously betting's never going to be bad either. But probably going to opt for a really small size. Either way, Archie not going to be continuing with the King 6. King Jack. Mad Turk.
2,200.
Raises to 2.2. Market these 10 clubs with 20 big blinds. Decides to call. Personally here versus Mad Turk open. Sub 20 bigs. Just going to be shoving the Ace 10 suited. Mark wanting to take the passive approach and call with position.
Flop. Oh, we've got Yusel's name on the live stream and not Mad Turk. There's a new one.
Flops best on the Jack 6-4. And probably just going to get out of the way now. Didn't choose to take the spot.
Pass.
500, 1,000 is the final level of the night.
Raise 2,200. Pass. Pass.
Straight in the hijack. King Queen making it 2.2 to go. And Julio here, really not thinking about a flat here with a Jack 10 off, Jack 10 suited, yes.
Pass.
But Jack 10 offsuit has happened to hit them up there out the small, and Francis in the big blind will be defending 10-7.
Off to the flop we go. Hijack race from Stu Rutter. Ace 7-5 all clubs.
That's 2,200.
Might pill one off here with middle pet. Third pot choice from Stu, perfectly fine on the ace high all club board. Let's just take it down here. Clubs on the turn. Like, we are going to have the large Broadway clubs in our hand here, so I wouldn't even mind seeing Stuart fire here for like third, potentially tower, but thinks better of it. Probably just done with the hand. Obviously Leon will have all clubs. Francis defending out the big.
Indeed it. No good. It is 7.
It's just white flag waved after we get called on the flop. And Francis is more capable of going a bit wild, so just shutting down completely there. Stu don't mind that at all. Can't win every pot sometimes. Just got to give one up. Francis 172k now. That is some stack to take through to day 2. Off of a bit of form as well. Francis won the deep stack in Birmingham last month.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it.
Did you final?
No, I didn't final.
Julio with the Queen Jack. 1k to call on the button. Standard race 2.2.
Raise 2,500.
Francis 8-9 off in the small. Shouldn't be peeling this one, but Francis, as we know, likes to play wider than most and get involved. If he is going to continue, I'd much prefer a free bet. I'm happy to just call.
Pass.
Jack. Two of spades on flop. Two of spades on flop. Two of spades. Where've you been all day?
Flush draw and middle pair. Don't mind this either, Julio. Lovely hand to put in a little check with. Turning 2 pair on this Queen of Hearts turn. Francis just dummy and gut shot here. Not much else going on for him, and just going to be done with the hand himself after being met with this flop and turn. Just should be check bet fold now, tower. Although Francis is more than capable of doing something unorthodox. Yeah, he is, but this time it does get out of the way. Be very tricky to play against Otawa. Those players that are just capable of pulling the trigger at any given time and have a wider range than most, it can be a very difficult road to navigate.
Just under an hour to go as we will be closing down the stream, and back tomorrow with more of the same. Day 2 will be huge.
I'm guessing it'll be the biggest day 2 we've ever seen outside of London.
Raise 2,400.
It's well, 1 entry in the last level, making it 301.
all I'm going to say, I hope you're watching on a 60-inch TV for the chip counts at the end of the day. There's going to be that many names up there. What we might do, because the field's so big, we might just get like top 15 stacks.
That makes sense.
And then obviously if you do want to see all the full chip counts, they will be up at some point on social media. Find us Facebook and Twitter at Grosvenor Poker /GUKPT on YouTube and Twitch.
That makes a lot of sense, young man.
Open for Mark with the ace queen. King 7-9, 2-club board here. Ben actually with the best of it with middle pair, checks through on the flop. Looks like a 4 on the turn. Bringing in a third club, I'm guessing, because everyone's going to check their hole cards. There we go, 4 of clubs. Now firing here with the ace-5, and this is going to actually fold the best hand out because it will go call from Mark with his nut club draw, and then Ben won't overcall his second pair. With the 10-9 of diamonds, Ben will have to fold. So this bet from the Mad Turk is going to fold out the best hand once we see Mark call. Ben does fold.
To the river.
That's a little lady.
Looking like it. Is that a lady? Ben has call.
It is, so ace queen does improve to second pair. And Mad Turk setting Mark in for his tournament life. And Mark gonna make the call. And Mad Turk's like, you got there, like on the river, he's put his hands up, but he doesn't know he's got to show his hand. He's got to show his hand because it's an all-in and a call. I guess it would have worked if it weren't a club, queen or ace. Mad Turk's line most certainly would have worked, so I guess it's unfortunate that it did roll off this queen on the end. Otherwise, that pot would have been going the way of Yusuf in seat 7.
Valerie in New York says that where is Goliath going to be held this year? It's going to be held in Coventry at the CBS Arena, the home of Coventry City Football Club and Wasps Rugby Club. It used to be called the Rico Arena, it's now the CBS Arena.
Yeah, could have definitely c-bet that flop Valerie with ace queen on the king high board. However, he may not c-bet as much because we have gone 4-way to the flop, and obviously we're not folding out any king x holdings, club draws, and might get sticky with some 9x in that situation. Sorry, it's king 9-7, king 9-7 I think. Yeah, actually maybe the king 9-7 a 4-way backdoor nut clubs. Don't mind the check either. I hear what you're saying. If he does c-bet, don't get to that point. Stu with ace 10 raises to 2.2, and Anthony wants to peel the king 10 off, bit on the loose side, but happy to come in. The thing is, versus this EP Open king 10 off, it's not going to fare too well versus the range that's supposed to open from this position. A lot of the time we can be in a dominated spot. Julio is in, Francis is in with 4-3.
Seems to play a lot of pots. The man, he's Turk and tilt.
We don't get 170k stack tower not playing pots, it's as simple as that. It's a volatile strategy, but when it works, it can work very well. However, Mark here with the jacks going to be squeezing this one up. We do not want to be going 6-way with jacks in this spot. Big squeeze from Mark. Love the size and choice, nice and large here from him. What is this, like 7-8x? This is a nice size and choice. So 1.7, that's 2.2 open, so just sub 6x, still fairly large. Could even go bigger than this with 4 calls, but that's just going to be job done here. Mad Turk never peeling the 8-6 off.
You had one off, no. And now you're in the hand of the You had 1 out. Right up there, that door. Now you've got many outs.
So as you can see, last level, 40 minutes on the clock, just above. Ali Malou's still in there on the left-hand side,
Yeah,
next
that's
table.
Is that Wreck-It Ralph?
It is.
Wreck-It Ralph's in the mix.
Shunman's there
Yeah, good spot.
with a yellow hat. There's no need to feel down, I said.
John Mann. That was great at the grand final though, wasn't it? Everyone got going, and then when Chong come up to you and was like, my missus is watching at home, she loves you, she's been watching, laughing her head off. Archie opening +2 with the King Queen of Spades. Called in 3 spots, 3 legitimate holdings this time. Mad Turk with Ace-10 of hearts, 9-8 suited for Neville in the big, and Mark with pocket 5s in the small. Jack-10-4 all club board, 2 club board, and Archie probably happy to continue here. We are 4-way, but King Queen here with the 2 overs and equity to the nuts either end. Probably happy to start firing here. We're still going to have obviously the strong Jack X in our range. We've got the over pairs in terms of queens through aces. It's just a nice little bet spot for us here as Archie with our particular holding on this board. But has decided to check. And I guess this is down to it being multi-weight. In a heads up queue, almost always going to see bet this one. We'll have some checks. But the Mad Turk now firing with his middle pair. And back over to Archie, who won't be folding. Getting 4.5 to 1 on the call here. 2 over cards and up and down straight draw. Big flop for us. Archie makes the call.
Three-way to the turn. Queen of diamonds on the turn.
Just pings it on the turn and going to potentially get Archie in some trouble now. Neville turning the dummy end of the straight. This is probably going to check through. Archie going to be planning flow, checking it over to the Mad Turk, and Mad Turk never going to be betting this spot after getting called in 2 spots. Does check through, and Jack of clubs on the river, and once again Tower. Might see it check through once more here. The 9-8's not going to love that river.
Nope. Flush draws, burning board.
The Mad Turk can definitely have hand like Jack-10. Clubs come in as well. So if we are betting here Neville, I don't want to see a big size from him. I want to veer more on the smaller size here of our particular hand in this situation. Third pot is perfect if we are going to bet. And Archie now can't see how he can find the call here. It's just not much we beat with the King Queen. Jack X on the flop makes trips. Club draws come in as well. And then same scenario for the Mad Turk. He can't find the call either. It's just too much we lose to now on this particular run out. We need him to specifically have Tower like a hand like I can't even think of one. Queen 9 wouldn't bet. 8, 9. There's literally nothing we beat. He has to turn like a 10 into a bluff here. No. Has to be something like King 10 of diamonds that's turning it into a bluff. So it's just not a hand that we ever beat here. And the Mad Turk surely got to sniff this one out. Clubs complete. The top pair on the flops now got trips. We lose to some straight draws. However, if he's thinking about the raise, okay.
He's just said I can only beat a bluff.
Oh wow, pays him. Pays him off.
Wow.
Pays him off.
There's no bluff there. The Mad Turk, none at all.
Literally none, Tower. It needs to be something specifically like King 10 of diamonds, and like even then, that's a bit optimistic.
Last level of the day. Thanks for sticking with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's tuned in throughout. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow with day 2 coverage. We'll have the confirmed prize pool. It's money day as well, the day that we get in the money. And obviously we can start picking out some players that we think are going to have a deep run at this one. Field's still a bit too large at this moment in time to start picking some guesses at the FT. What Tower usually does, he usually sneaks out halfway through day 2, goes on the teaser runs, has a look around the table, come back in and he goes, you know who I fancy to win this one? You know who I fancy?
Yeah.
And he'll say a name, and then suddenly when the results come up, that person's near the top of the chip leaders, and it's just, you've done it with Joe Hindley. I remember Joe Hindley in London a few weeks ago. Not London, Coventry. Said, you suddenly go, I fancy Joe, and then suddenly...
Don't believe me, do you? You still don't believe me. I don't know.
So Julio just over limping here after Anthony limps under the gun.
Is registration still open? Yes, it is. Late reg until the end of tonight, plus late reg for the start of day 2. If you fancy doing that, you can buy into day 2, and I'm guessing over 20 players will.
Here he is. Now Turk. You don't get that name by not raising up the 10-6 off to 6.7k. And Anthony limp shoving here with the King Jack and just a quick fold from the Mad Turk. Not been the best session for him on our feature table. Come in as a decent stack. Fortunately for him, lost a few chips. But France is still outright chip leader, 165k. Definitely one to watch. France is always good. He could make a run at this one. Really tricky customer to have in a pot.
You didn't think it could be that, did you?
Can be up to all sorts.
Those kind of bad beats.
I'll get caught one time.
Some idiot probably is on the way.
Cheers, Neo. Been on and off all day. Enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
Nice one, Neil. We will see you tomorrow for day 2. Starts at 12:30 on the stream. 12 o'clock if you made day 2 live.
Archie under the gun, King Queen suited, makes it 2k to go. Neville on the button here, might think about peeling 9-7 suited. Problem is we've got here Tower, only 22 big blinds effective, so might want to be leaning more towards fold versus Archie's stack size, but Neville with the chips happy to come along for the 2 big blinds. Obviously it's a lovely hand, suited 1-gapper on the button. It just sometimes making these decisions down to stack depths rather than hand in question. Ace King 8, 2 heart board, so flush draw for Neville, and Archie here with the King Queen. Really small bet on this board, probably what we're going to see. Definitely can mix in a check some of the time, but maybe a better King Queen combo to start checking is one with a heart in it, like King Queen off with a Queen of Hearts. Good way to randomise what ones you're going to be checking and what ones you're going to be betting. King Queen of Diamonds, and I say King Queen with a heart would probably be the ones we check, and then all the other King Queens happy to just start firing on this board. And mixing it up as always, and Neville here, just undeterred from the under the gun opening range Tower. This is a brave raise from Neville, because Archie here has all the hands on this board. He's got the 8s, he's got the Ace 8 suited, he has Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, sets of Kings, sets of Aces. This is a board that just should be all over Archie, and Neville not phased by that and still happy to raise his flush draw here. Obviously from Archie's perspective there's a fair amount of bluffs, I guess. We've got the heart draws in there, but what's the value? Really surprised to see a raise there from Neville. It worked to perfection, so fair play to the man. Taking the pot down with the aggression, with 9 high. Aggressive line, but worked to perfection.
Neil, as always, bringing the goodies to Coventry as he has for the last 6 or 7 years. You've treated us well, young man. When it's been on, obviously. I don't think anybody can wait for Goliath. It has been a long stretch without it.
It's not actually that far away now. You look at the calendar, we're going to be in April soon, and then it's only 4 months away. It's going to come around quick.
And tomorrow, it'll be an hour closer, because we miss one. We even lose one.
Yeah.
Somebody pinches it. You know that extra hour, you know that hour in bed you want tomorrow? Pinched. Taken away forever. Who decided that? I know what we'll do. We'll mess with Mother Nature and we'll turn the clocks forward. Who did that?
But even saying that, Tower, time's a concept, isn't it? Time isn't a real thing, it's a concept. It's like, you could argue that. We've obviously come up with a way of measuring it and calling it time, but go back, like, it had to start somewhere. It's only a concept what we're using. Like, we could have 48-hour days and say each half hour was called an hour, and say we have a 48-hour day. It's just a concept we use and the maths that we use for time. If that makes sense.
A bit deeper this time than that. But I don't mind. But yeah, I know. We still. I don't mind what it. I don't know what it is. The concept of anything. We lose an hour tomorrow. Book the hotel this evening, Wednesday to Sunday. Love it. One thing I will appreciate is when it eventually levels itself out and you do get the extra hour at the end of the day, to go golfing at 4 PM and it still be light when you finish the 18. That's the best thing about it. Stop off for a quick beer. Love it, love it. Yeah, the summer months. I know why they did it initially, to get all the, back in the day, to get all the kids working extra hours in the farmers' fields, but who does that anymore?
Anthony, ace 9 of hearts here, and at Mark with ace king. So action flop here. We've seen the holdings in contention on this board. We've got top pair, top kicker versus the nut flush draw. And with Anthony's stack size, there's only one thing we're doing here, Tower, after getting this flop for our hand. Overcard, nut flush draw, backdoor straight draw. There's the shove. He's going to get his arm snapped off by Mark. Mark's not going anywhere.
We're off to the races.
Top pair, top kicker.
Should be in by now, Mark. Yep, flicks in the call. Works it out. He is in front, 61%. Nut flush draw. Top pair, top kicker. Who wins? Who wins the all-in?
Greg decides.
Greg is dealing 2 of spades on the turn. No help for the flush draw. And that is no help either. Ace 9 flushing. Unfortunately misses. Anthony is out. Unlucky Mr. Sutcliffe. Out the door, last level. What hotel did you book, Neo? It says BRM 170. He's got himself a £110 token. Somebody booked the DoubleTree yesterday. So there is space upstairs in the casino hotel. I was looking, when I was looking, I went golfing to Coventry a month ago, and I stopped at the Best Western. They had a golf course on it actually. It was absolutely piddling it down, so we didn't play. But it seemed to be cheaper on the left-hand side of the city than it did going towards the motorway.
How you doing? Check it out for you. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you too, mate. Look what we got on this table.
Yeah, Mark's had a solid hour, 8k to 77k.
Any value to a trap?
Hour.
I just spoke to the silly brother.
Hour.
Yeah, so that's it.
Mark Baxter in
I
seat 8.
just feel like 10 years young when I see him. Keep well? Yeah, really good. Really speak to Greenfish for 21? No, I missed Greenfish actually. I spoke to him last week actually. Alright, still the same. I mean, Greenfish are okay. I don't think we fell out. But we just have to these little fallouts. He's for mine, isn't he? Yeah. He is, he's for mine, yeah. You have to tell him he's like the best guy in the world.
Good from Archie. Julio here with the 6-3 on the big blind. Might be thinking about raising this one up. Don't mind raising really low down our range here. I think we do get linked. 3-bet, we can just happily fold. We're not in a quandary with our decision. Chooses to check, which is obviously perfectly fine too. King 9-3 rainbow. Julio pops out into the lead with his bottom pair. Archie leading here for just over a big blind, and Julio just going to happily call with position. Seven spades. In the turn. 6-3 still best here for Julio, and may just see Archie slam the brakes on here now. No overcard, no real draw. Fine to come in blind on blind once it's complete check to just lead any sort of random hand for a round one big, try and take it down. At times we met with some resistance. A lot of the time this is just what you want to do, slam the brakes on and just be done with the pot. Julio thinking about firing here with his free potentially, try and win this now.
This is what helps, this helps. From someone like me, like being social, being at home was the worst thing. Definitely. People like you that got back. Yeah, you know, I love being at home, but I do nothing but things that it's not my plan.
80,000 up on the.
And I talk a lot.
I think that's a session over there. Let's look at his stacks. 106,000 for Nev. In seat number 9.
Well, Nev come in at 25k at the start of the break, so
81,000 on this session alone.
So they were little when we like back in the day. Exactly. Nice to see you. Yeah, great to see you. See you there. Let's just speak soon. Been too long.
Ben under the gun, Jack 9 of spades, 23 big blinds. Mark with the same hand.
Same hand.
Under the gun +2. There's it go. Mr. Rutter with the decision in the cutoff. No.
No decision.
Yep.
0 decision. Oi, oi!
He's 3-betting in tower. He's just attacking Ben's stack size. That's all this is. Ben off 23 bigs, like the perfect stack size to 3-bet bluff against. Only thing I will say is hand selection is a bit loose, but if Stu's got some particular read or just going after Ben, or he has a way of randomising a random 3-bet in a situation against this stack size, then fair enough. Stu obviously very good player. He'll have his reasons for it. I wouldn't personally do it myself, but understand the reasons to 3-bet because of Ben's stack size. Not really going to be calling too often, although on this occasion Ben is happy to call here with his 23 bigs and see a flop with what is actually the best hand here in this scenario.
Not now. On that flop.
King 10-5. Stu flops best. Ben's flopped gut shot. No backdoor flush draw for Ben though with the Jack 9 suited. An interesting spot for Stu. I'm probably going to fire here in terms of range, but we have brought a pair which could potentially do that.
Check.
There he is. There's a check.
I've been repping the king, I think. 2 of diamonds on the turn.
I just want to bet this as Stu and not get to showdown to try and win it without showing my hand to Ben. I don't want to let Ben know I'm 3-betting with 8-5 off.
He's going check, 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 check. I think you should be firing on this, on whatever river it is, even though the 5 cements the hand for Stu.
Bet from Stu and a fold from Ben. Stu's loving this river because it means he doesn't have to go check, check, and has to show his hand.
Yep. So Neil's in the Royal Court Hotel. I looked at that actually. It's got a massive pool, massive swimming pool, and a sauna and a steam. So pick your hotel for Goliath, book your days, get online, start satelliting in. Plenty of satellites running all week, all month up to Goliath, and we reckon about 2,000 tickets will be given out, or one, regarding Goliath. You can buy into any day on Goliath right now, online, in your local club, at Coventry, wherever you want to go, but you can only buy into one day at a time. Can't buy into day 1, A, B, C and D, that's not allowed.
2.5x open with ace 9 under the gun +1. Got some chips now, so a bit more manoeuvrability. Francis ace jack of diamonds calls for 2k more out of the small. And flops best on ace king 7. Both players flopping top pair here, so Mark potentially going to do some chips to Francis. Just going to be an easy check call for us as Francis here with the ace jack of diamonds. 8.5 into 7k here. This is a bit of a bomb from Mark. Not often you see a 1.2x flop bet, but he must have known. He must have known a 9-ball corner pocket on the turn was coming. And this pot's brewing already. 24k in the middle, and now Mark's got a hand which he can just comfortably go bet, 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 because Francis can't have ace king, or shouldn't have ace king at least, because he's going to free bet that pre-flop. So we're literally worried about 3 combos of 7s, otherwise we've got the effective nuts here with ace 9 as Mark. So this is just a hand now where probably we would have gone 2 streets. Now we can go the full 3, and Francis calling the 2nd street down bet on the turn. 8.5k on the flop, and then 7.5 on the turn, and it's just the cleanest of clean runouts here. And if I am Mark here now, I make the assumption that Francis has either got some sort of like queen jack, queen 10 of hearts, jack 10 of hearts, or he has an ace as well. So the times that he has the ace x as well, I want to try and get the maximum. No way! What are we doing?
What's happened?
How have we checked the ace 9 behind there? Oh my word, Tower.
Wow. Wow, stunned, just stunned. Okay, it's late for us, it's late for these, I tell you what. All them chips on the table, left. What do you think about that, guys? Checking behind? Anybody?
Anyone?
Anybody? Anybody out there checking behind?
I have no words for that. That is just a bit of a blunder there from Mark. We have to bet that river spot. Just have to bet it. Oh, it hurts, Tower, watching. It just hurts to watch. Pocket 8s for Archie. In they go for 14 big blinds. Oh, I bet Jack loved that check. What a time for Mr. Hardcastle to tune in. I bet he absolutely loved that check behind.
Love you, Jack. How you doing? Where are you? Are you still in Vegas? Are you still in Vegas? EPT? Back at home? Where are you, Jack? What's on the agenda for Jack Hardcastle in the next week or 2? Guessing you've just done the EPT in Prague, or you're still in Vegas bashing up the win? Oh, you missed it.
So ace 9 opens +2. Francis calls ace jack of diamonds in the small blind. Flop ace king 7 2 hearts. Ace-9 continues France's call, turns the offsuit 9, so he makes 2 pair. Fires again. He actually goes 1.2x pot on the flop, and then chooses quarter pot on the turn. And then the river comes the offsuit 4, so the board's Ace King 9 7 4, and the Ace-9 just checks behind. Just checks behind. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
San Diego is supposed to be beautiful. I know loads of people that either fly or drive to San Diego when they've been in Vegas for quite a while, because it is supposed to be beautiful. And there's big tournaments in Florida. Enjoy yourself, Jack. Bring home the bacon. Now he says he's got to go.
I knew that's what he was going to put after. I knew he was going to be. He's not going because
after hearing that, he's got to go.
Oh God!
Enjoy San Diego. Keep us informed on what you're playing, and if you're not playing, just enjoy a few days off. Good luck at the tables, Jack.
It was just at 8.5k into 7k on the flop, and then when he gets called, and then he downsizes to 7.5k on the turn, and then gets like the cleanest of clean rivers and just finds the check behind. It hurts Tower sometimes to watch. Like it does. I was just like, because you dream of spots like that. You just dream of
leaving
them.
so many chips that not in front of you, left on the table.
Like sometimes, like recreationals, they see what's in the middle though, and they're like, "I'm happy to take that. I'm happy to take that pot. I don't need to bet here." That can sometimes be what's going through their head. Enjoy it, San Diego, Jack. Yes, William. Joe Hendry's still on for the treble. He's still in the mix. Mad Turk raises to 2.2. Not calling with the 4s in the small blind. And the old free bet with a 9-5 here from Neville. Mad Turk's been fairly active, so I guess I understand the thinking here. Maybe he just thinks that he's going to get through too often. The only thing is Tower sizing here is way too small. After a button open and a small blind flat, this is just too small of a free bet with just over 3x here. Are sizing out of position. And the Mad Turk 4 bets the A7 off, and that's just going to get the job done. Neville just saving some face here, acting like he's got a tougher decision. And then it looks like the old Dolly Parton is going to hit the muck for sure. Tried it, didn't work. Now I'm just going to have to get out of the way. Yeah, never been that part of the US.
It's supposed to be
might have to check
San Diego,
it out one day.
and I know loads and loads of Brits who either. I think it's a 3-hour drive to San Diego. It is supposed to be stunning, and as Jack said, yep, it's stunning and would highly recommend. It is supposed to be an amazing place. We don't know his stack size at the moment. If he's in the chip counts at the end of the day, we'll let you know exactly how many he has. Mr. Indrick going for the treble. Please pause the deal.
Oh, so we're going to draw for number of hands after this one.
Yep.
4, 5 or 6 Tower.
4.
I'll have the overs.
Obviously.
Well, 66% versus 33. I'll take my chances.
Oh, well, I'm sure you would.
Ben with aces. 3 bets to 13.5k. And Neville's got aces.
5 more hands after this one.
Ben finally finds a hand. He's going to be loving life, and he's going to see he's chopping aces v aces.
Big smile from Ben.
You didn't get up, got a double up here.
Well, the 3 rolls going to the weight of Neville. running clubs not going to be coming out, so they're going to chop this up.
Sharp it up. So the last 5.
Why did you find a hand?
5 from now. Button currently on Mark. So Button's going to be finishing on Julio in seat 4. Oh no, Button's just been moved. It weren't on Mark. Button's on Neville. So Button going to be finishing on Francis in seat 5, and then that will be us for the day, everyone. Stay tuned. We are going to have the top chip counts around the room. So if you've got any friends, family playing, a chance to see if they're up there. If you do want the full chip counts, look out for that in about an hour's time on our Facebook page. All chip counts will be up. Grosvenor Poker on Facebook and Twitter.
So the last 5 hands, this is 1 of 5.
Francis, back into the day, knows people are going to be wanting to bag, might be folding hands they should be continuing with, so going to try and take advantage of that. Happy to just open the ace deuce, raise and take, so just like that, 4 hands to go.
That's 4.
Have we ever had with the final hands all of them be raise and takes and be done like that?
No.
Could today be that day? So a little downgrade from aces. Still a nice looking hand. 17 bigs, Queen Jack of Spades, in they go for Ben Windsor.
Can't believe we didn't get any money from the aces. That's what he's thinking.
And it's a call from Julio. He's found jacks. So Ben Windsor is at risk. In the last 4 hands of the day. Look at the equities here, Tower.
50-50.
Yeah, that's obviously accounting for dead cards. Ben will never usually have this much equity. Ace 10-6, picking up 4 more outs. King now will do the job as well as a queen.
That's right.
And I need king or queen on river.
King or a queen, we need to see paint. And it's not, it's a 3. So Ben Windsor. Unfortunately, the last 4 hands of the night departs the building. I'm guessing
He'll be back.
he'll be a re-entry tomorrow. That's what I'm guessing.
Cheers, Jack.
Cheers, Jack. All the best. Have a lovely day.
And Phil as well. Phil Pratt on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in.
Feel free to send some lovely pictures of San Diego. Enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, Phil Pratt. We'll see you again tomorrow over the weekend, I'm sure. Cheers, Treble on Grosvenor Sport tomorrow. Boom. You have to find out some football clubs you've never heard of.
Right, who is this Gillingham?
I thought Cheltenham was a race course.
3 hands to go, and Neville in the hijack, ace king. What a session it's been from him. Came in with just over starting stack and span it up to 100k. It makes it 2.3. Archie has to fold here. Can't do anything off of this stack size, but let it go. And action going to be on Francis. We know won't be folding his big blind. Almost any 2. Francis happy to continue with here. How about the 7 deuce, so Tower? I said almost any 2. And there we go, he's in with the 7 deuce. defends the big blind, and actually with the 2 live cards here.
Here's 7-8. Rose flop a bit of it.
Neville loves this flop. Top pair, top kick up. Going to just be happy to fire here. So much we can get called from. Might even size up a little on the A7-8 board. Plenty of gut shots, up and downs, 7x, 8x that the big blind can have. A quick call from Francis. Cheers, Marty. Thanks for tuning in. King of Diamonds on the turn. It just gets better and better here for Neville. But this will be it. Francis cannot continue now versus the second barrel. And that brings us into the final 2 hands.
Final 2. Marty Snowflake on Facebook. Good work, fellas. Thank you very much. See you over the weekend, I'm sure.
This is the second one.
We're going to have the top 20 chip counts at the end of the day.
Celery Saturday. It has to be with pepper hummus though. Mixed pepper hummus. Or the Mexican hummus, that's delicious.
I don't mind pitta and hummus.
Yeah.
Celery.
The mixed pepper hummus or the Mexican hummus is delicious. Putting it out there. And it is not the flavour of a donut.
Neville sevens makes it 2.3, and Francis and the Mad Turk both involved. Francis with the Jack 5 suited in the small, and the Mad Turk with the Queen 5 of hearts.
Queen high flop from the Turk. Queen 2-7.
Yeah, going to get in trouble though,
But
Tower.
unfortunately, Neville has flopped the set. And he's just about got them both throwing dead.
Yeah, and this check going to mean that the Mad Turk's going to lose some chips, Tower. Fires for, it looks like 4k. So half pot sizing from the Mad Turk, and assuming we're just going to continue to play this slow as Neville once we check behind flop. And Francis here, Jack 5 diamonds, easy fold for him. Absolutely. I said easy fold for him. I thought he was going to raise Tower. When Francis took a few seconds, I really thought he was going to raise. Just
5 on the river would be disastrous.
It's the 8 of spades. And Jack 10 gets there.
Mad Turk's going to lose chunks. That's 8.3 on the river from Neville. Question for Jay: would you open 3.5x with Mad Turk and Francis in the blinds all the time? We will profit.
Yeah, potentially, but the only thing is, if other players at the table have realised what we're up to, they might just start free betting us more. But yeah, I understand what you're up to. The problem I'd have, I haven't really ever put in any work looking at that open size and how we proceed after we open to that size. So I try and stay away from areas of the game that I'm not too clued up on. Like 3.5x opens, I don't really ever have any in my arsenal, unless like a potential Terry Jordan in the big one, or maybe even like the Mad Turk. But I just try and keep it simple, keep the opening size the same. But I understand exactly what you're saying, Rob, because it's going to sport more of a profit for us over the long run, although it is a bit more high variance, or only slightly, but understand where you're coming from. If you think you have a bigger edge, then maybe start opening larger. But it does obviously come with some risks as well.
This is the last hand, Lawrence. The last hand of the evening. And then we have a few chip counts to show you, and then we're back tomorrow from 12:30.
Yeah, good question though, Rob. A bit stumped on that one. One I've been asked before.
Yeah, raising. There's the Turk playing the last hand. Now he's down to 23,000. He calls with the Jack 7. 5, 4, 8.
Flops a gut shot. Not much from Mark or Stuart. And he's just going to lead, and if he does, that will be it for the pot. It'd be just fold, and that's going to be us guys for the day. We got there.
We got there.
Fold from Mark. Should be a quick fold from Stuart.
Yep.
And that will close up the day. We will be back
What a day.
tomorrow from 12:30. Here are the chip counts for you. I'm just going to pop them up now. There we go.
Well, it said 301 for a short while on the app, and they dropped back down to 300, so I don't know what happened there, but 300 for today is unbelievable.
And out of the 300, there's the top 20. Mark Dyson leading the way. Online crusher, followed by Bixie. Go on, the Bixie. I love Bixie. She's always smiling. She always smiles at you. Seems really friendly off the table. Anthony Kennedy up there, and one of Tower's favourites in the top 4. The old Slash.
Hey,
Maurizio
back in it.
Ali Malou, 158,000. Andy Taylor. Matt Perry, Francis, we saw on our table. Stevie Warms has had a good day, up to 126k. Remember him making that fold for his tournament against Terry early on with the Ace Jack versus the Triple
Yes,
Threes.
he came running into after exactly 30 minutes across, didn't he? One of his best friends, Tim Ickley, 125,000. There's 67 that played the Turbo as well. There's 31 players left in that, so PK is going to be here till 4 a.m. putting the chip counts in. We're off to bed.
Yep. If you want the full chip counts, guys, they'll probably be up. Check in an hour's time on our Facebook page, and they'll probably be up there. But that is it from us today.
300 for day 1B. 300. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Well, there's people in Vegas, and there's people in EPT Prague, and there's people everywhere else. 300 have played day 1B here in sunny old Manchester. And it's just going to be bigger tomorrow. Can't wait for tomorrow. Day 2 with the buy-ins. I think the line's going to be set at about 22.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's a good line.
We'll set it at 22. See what happens, and we'll give you the update tomorrow. But what a day!
Yep.
What a day! And well done to everybody who's made day 2. We'll see you tomorrow from 12:30. 12 if you're playing, but 12:30 on the live stream. See you then, guys.
See you then, guys. See you tomorrow.